Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to Create Every Day in August. Today is August 28th, 2020. It's Friday. Are you excited about the weekend? I am. We're gonna go ahead and do something quick and fun and simple. Nothing stressful at all. It's gonna be cutting paper. Today we're just gonna take this paper pad and cut it down. Gonna make some basic card fronts and things like that. And um, yeah, so let's get started. This is I don't even know how many sheets come in here because I got it from a thrift store, but it shows you the color palette right here. These are the plain papers that you'll get along with pattern papers. And down here, I'm not a big alpha person, but you got alphabets and some tags, and that's what I'm really interested in. I want to get some tags. I like this big one right there, and we're gonna just cut the paper down, some of the paper down. Basic gray. This paper says it's made in USA. I don't know if what says G Basic Gray. I'm not sure if they still make stuff, but I've seen products from them. I have a few products like some embossing folders and things like that. I like this. I'll probably be doing some marble stuff after Create Every Day in August, just because I don't want to create every day in September. Only because I'm doing collaborations and I feel like I am behind on those. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Look at this. This is very pretty. I love that little pattern. And it says, "Oh, baby girl." So, I will not be doing a bunch of baby girl cards because everyone in my house besides myself is female. I mean, male. I'm the only female here. I do like to cut paper when I feel highly stressed or can't think like I feel like I should be able to think. I just like to, I'll get some paper and I'll sit there and I'll take it from a big 12 by 12 pad and I'll turn it into 6 by 6 sheets and or whatever I need it to be. I'll just cut it up. But I don't like to make scrap. I don't like to cut up my scraps into more scraps to be a solid scrap, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't like taking a half a sheet of paper and turn it into a 6 by 6 or something like that. I like for it to be a scrap sheet of paper, and if I need to punch something, I'll just grab the paper that fits that punch and punch it out like that. But I think what I'm going to do with this pattern, this is a good size tag, even though it's not as big as it would be for some of the Julie Nutting dolls that I have when I've been doing those tags this whole year, but it will fit. I like that a lot. Okay, so I decided to pull out these three patterns, and surprisingly enough, some of them say "Oh baby," and then some say "Oh baby girl." Like right here it says "Oh baby girl," and Korean, I guess they gave them names, and then this says "Oh baby girl." But I would definitely use this for a masculine card. But right now we don't even have to worry about that because I'm just going to cut these up, and they are only single-sided. They're not double-sided, which I think it makes it a little bit easier for you to decide on what side to chop up. And so I'm going to just turn it this way. Let's see, it will. And I'm going to make these 4 1/4 size papers, because I think what we'll try to do, if I have enough time, is we're going to make something really quickly as well. 4 1/4. Now, 12 by 12 paper cannot be cut 3 times 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, because it's 12 by 12, so you gotta go 4 4 4. But I'm doing 4 1/4 because I want to make some card bases, like I said, and I'm going to cut these 5 1/2. So yes, today is not a stress day at all for crafting. It is for credit at least. I do think I'm going to try to get back up here later on and work on some projects like tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the last Saturday in the month, I think. And if so, I haven't did my Pinterest collaboration creation. I haven't did any of my collab cards yet. Any of my collaboration anythings yet. So we're going to, just stay positive and know that we can get it done. And I won't be pressed for time, even though the little one will be awake. I still feel like I can get some things accomplished with the right activity for him. So we shall see. All right, so I got 16 card fronts. Now we're going to use this little stamp really quickly, and we're going to stamp out this guy, this little boy, Carter, and we're going to put him on here. All right. All right, so I got the card. We're gonna do some cutting, paper piecing. Oh, why does she do this to herself? She does not know. So this is my first time using this stamp. It's a new stamp. I guess it's the summer or either the fall. I don't know how they labeled it. What is August? Whatever August quarter is, that's what this is, new stamps. And unfortunately, she said that they only did a limited amount. So whatever if you don't get it when you get it, it's gonna be gone. I ordered mine from a cherry on top, and it came fairly quickly. So yeah, very cool. I'm gonna do some paper piecing too, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish stamping this out and then come back. All right, so let's see if I can pull this idea off. Unfortunately, I put a little bit too much ink right there and it got there, but I feel like I can cut it down if I need to cut it down or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to color this thing up, cut this guy's clothes off, put it on there, and then we'll be finished. So let's go ahead and do some fussy cutting. And I think these colors complement, also mess with the eyes a little bit. And so you don't have to be too concerned about too much on this. This is a fairly easy thing to cut up, and I have learned over time to only ink up what you really need when you're fussy cutting. When you decide that you're going to fussy cut, I cut a little bit too much of it off. Also, I'm going to go along his shirt on this one, this piece, and put yellow ink on there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting these things out. All right, so I got my yellow, and I'm going to put it on the collar. And I'm just going to go around the edges of the shirt, just in case my fussy cutting wasn't, on par. I contemplated coloring this tie a different color because, like on playgrounds, they're not always black tires. So I really haven't decided yet, but I think it's going to just be black. It'll be a lot easier for me to do that. It's going to have some brown hair. Hopefully. Yeah. This morning I did some stretching. And I'll probably do more stretching. I had started doing it every day for a while, and you know what happens when you get better? You stop doing the things that make you better. Big, ginormous mistake, right? You got to keep doing that stuff. It's going to make you better. But I didn't. I stopped, And that's why I'm back into having a lot more pain. Although, my pain is never going to go away, really. I can do my best to decrease the amount of pain. And some days, I must admit, I am pain free, but at any given moment, if I do something crazy, that pain will come back with a vengeance. So, since it's Friday, where I live, we live like, even though, people think that Texas is flat because people are crazy. It's not really flat where I live. They even have a place called Hill Country, so that lets you know it's a lot of hills. And how they developed our area, I guess they kept the roads kind of hilly or whatever. So my little guy really can't try and ride a bike yet, even though he should be able to in my opinion, he should already be able to ride his bike. And he has had a few attempts out, but you know, Texas is where I live is so hot, 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 hot. So we don't tend to go outside as much as some people probably do, and we don't have a lot of shade in this area. When I was growing up, it was a lot. I guess it was a lot more trees because I was always outside playing, and it was less danger. You know, people kind of looked out for kids back in the day. Now people are looking out for kids, if you catch my drift. So it's just more convenient for me to find a location to just go to and let him try and ride his bike there. So someone was telling me that at one of the parks is covered, and I don't know if I want to take him there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and try my best to color this tire in. I probably should use just a darker gray. So I'll be back. Alright, so these are from Crafters Companion. I already made card bases, and I'm just going to burnish it down because this seems to be a little bit thicker paper, but also it seems to be flimsy at the same time. Like once I start adding things to it, it just seems a little bit flimsy. And maybe it's because I'm using glue, and maybe they want you to use, I don't know, their tape runner thingy majigs, but we're using glue. So I did cut this down just a little bit for two reasons, because I had that boo-boo on it. I probably could have did something else to it. And then I did not want it to overhang, just in case the card base was not really 5.5 by 4.25. So you know, whenever you're making cards, you will have to adjust accordingly. Make sure it's opening from the right side, and we have our first portion, right? I'm just going to do that. This is the good thing about using wet glue over tape, and I haven't used tape in a while just because the last time I did it, it really I messed it up really bad. I had to cut, and I don't like doing it, especially when you start working on a card. I just don't like doing it. All right, okay, so here's when your creativity can come into play. If you want to stack this little guy up, you can stack him up, but I'm just going to I am going to use tape this go around just because it's a little bit easier. Now, you know what, let's just stick to the glue. Sometimes this paper is lightweight. It's 65 pounds, so that's why I was going to use tape, just because I don't want it to start bowing. But we'll just do this. I hope you all are doing great. I know a lot of schools have started back, and if you have little people that are going to school, big people going to school, I wish you all the best. We're distance learning for now, and then they're thinking about sending them back to school in October. I guess that's whatever phase it is. I and the big roommate have discussed it, and we're probably not going to send our little guy to school this year, like in class. So we'll see how that works out. It's off a little. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, I got that. You know, that's what the good part about glue, right? So it knew I was going to jack it up. I'm just turning it over because yesterday, yesterday when I made that card, it didn't do right. I smudged the black ink. All right, now we're going to take this little shirt. And now you see, I cut that down. I didn't cut his collar into the shirt. I cut his collar off when I stamped it out. And I think that looks really cool. I would dress my son in a shirt like that. Some kind of weird looking shirt. So just going to put it right on here. I like to dress him in like a solid shirt and some pattern shorts. His dad's like, that's dumb. That doesn't look good. I was like, he looks cute. He looks adorable. I like that fashion style. You know, kind of like preppy, hipster kind of vibe for guys. I don't know why. I love it. Actually, it's really cute. in my opinion. So let's put in some, what's that word? A sentiment. And they have all boy already here for us to use, right? I really like this one, rough, tough, but I don't like sweet. So what I think I'm going to try and do is stamp out just rough, tough, and all boy. All right, so just putting a sentiment all boy. I was looking at that stamp set to see if it had anything else a little bit more masculine, because, you know, at first I was going to do rough, tough, but I decided not to do that. So I'll put that right there, that little sentiment, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll show it to you. On the back it says all boy, let's play rough and tough. I could put let's play at the bottom, but yeah, I won't. I like it. It was a lot of fun to do. Paper piecing wasn't too bad on this one, and you know what, so you can't see the tire swing if I put the sign right over it, you know. And I peeled up the paper. It was going great for a little while. So now I need to figure out where I'm going to put this dang sentiment. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And I need to fix that. I could probably put some sequins, maybe a jewel. I don't know. I think I may have to cut off all boy a little bit shorter. So let's see if I can do that really quickly. Unfortunately, I had to trim off all of the little fuzz off, and it's hanging over just a scotch, but you know what, I like it. I still like the card a lot. And I just wanted to show you, you know, you can take some supposedly girl paper and make it whatever you want it to be, you know, masculine, feminine, whatever. And that's what we did. It's not just about the paper that makes the craft, it's everything else that you incorporate into the creation. So yeah, I like it a lot. And what I did with the tires, I colored with color pencils, and then I went over with the gray, and somehow it turned black, which is great. The inside. I hope that you've all enjoyed. I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.